And during his visit to China, President Moon attended a business cooperation forum in Chongqing, emphasizing the need for greater economic cooperation between the two countries. He also visited a Hyundai Motor production facility in the city. Hwang Hojun reports.
President Moon Jae-in called for efforts to reinforce economic cooperation between Seoul and Beijing on his last day in Chongqing, the city the Blue House calls the foothold of China's key economic policies. Attending the Korea-China Business Cooperation Forum there, the South Korean leader noted that he and Chinese President Xi Jinping agreed to actively look for ways to link Seoul's New Northern and New Southern policies to China's One Belt, One Road initiative. President Moon's New Northern and New Southern policies are to expand South Korea's diplomatic horizon with Eurasian and Southeast Asian nations, while the One Belt, One Road initiative is President Xi's strategy to build the world's largest economic cooperation platform by connecting China to Central, West, and parts of South Asia.
일대일로 구상과 신북방, 신남방 정책 간의 연계는 양국을 비롯한 영내 평화와 공동 번영을 실현하고 인류 공영을 이끄는 힘찬 물결이 되리라 믿습니다.
During his speech, President Moon stressed the need for increased connectivity and access between South Korea and China. He said the One Belt, One Road initiative misses a significant spot, which is the Korean peninsula, underlining its strategic location of being at Asia's end, where the continent and the ocean meet. He even called for bilateral efforts to build a so-called digital Silk Road to collaborate with one another in enhancing their IT industries and preparing for the Fourth Industrial Revolution. President Moon also stressed the need for the joint advancement of South Korean and Chinese industries into third countries, and again noted that Seoul and Beijing have agreed to launch negotiations to expand their free trade agreement that will include service and financial sectors. And lastly, President Moon pledged the South Korean government will also boost cooperation with China's key regional governments. Later in the day, President Moon visited a Hyundai Motor production facility in Chongqing and held a meeting with around 10 other partner companies in the city to encourage them and celebrate their success opening a market in Midwest China. He also said their presence in Chongqing is evidence of the mutually prosperous cooperation between South Korea and China. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.